So we're going to start our flow with a little bit of grounding practice. And what grounding means is just being in the present moment, helping ourselves to really connect with our surroundings. So we're going to go through the senses one at a time and just really tune in with taste, touch, sight, sound and hearing. So let's start with, what can we taste? What can we taste in our mouths? Is it some chewing gum or our last cup of tea? Tune in to that sense in the mouth of taste. Then tune into what you can hear. Can you hear bird song or the wind or some garden chimes? Tune into what you can hear right now. Then tune into what you can see. Tune into one or two things around you that are grabbing your attention. Could it be some flowers in the room or a chair that's close by? Tune into that sense of sight. Then tune into the sense of touch. What can you feel? Can you feel the clothes on your body? Can you feel the ground under your feet? Can you feel any pressure points or tensions in the body? Tune in to that sense of touch. Then can you smell anything? Can you smell some essential oils or a candle burning or maybe even some food cooking? Tune into your sense of smell. Then really ground yourself down through your feet. Feel that pressure of the ground under your feet. Perhaps sway a little bit into one foot, into the other foot, maybe forwards and backwards, really rooting yourself into the ground. Give yourself a sense of grounding and anchoring, being present in this moment. Take a few breaths here, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. By using the nose, this creates this super highway of breath down to the diaphragm, and the more you can use your diaphragm, the more you can help stimulate your relaxation response. Always use your nose where you can for both inhalation and exhalation. After a few rounds of breath, take your hands up overhead, reach onto one wrist and gently stretch into one side, allowing that lovely lengthening through the side body, opening through the ribs, and come back up again. Swap hands, reach onto the other wrist and stretch out through the side ribs, pushing the hips to the opposite side as you bend over and come back to center. Exhaling, inhaling as you drop into the side, exhaling as you stand back up, inhaling, dropping into that lovely side bend stretch, opening up the ribs, opening up that capacity to breathe all the way through the lungs, exhaling to stand again and hands back by your sides. Then we're going to do a lovely twisty motion and a tap at the same time. So we're going to twist and tap, and this is lovely, stimulating but relaxing for the body as well. So we're going to twist and tap at the same time. Twist and tap. Twist and tap. Again, gently breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, twisting and tapping to stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system, really helping you get into your rest, digest, and lovely flow state. And this twisty motion is lovely again for the rib cage, and also starting to stimulate gut motility as well. And after a few rounds of twisting and tapping, gently come back to a standstill, and you'll feel that lovely sense of buzz, vibrancy in the body. Also a nice sense of settling into yourself, becoming present. So now we're going to come into a lovely stretch which opens out the hips, gets a nice bit of rotation through the ribs as well. So we're going to come into a nice stretched position. So come down to the floor, and then we're going to lift one hand up towards the ceiling and get a lovely twisting stretch, opening the hips to one side. Thread that hand through to increase the rotation to the other way. Lift back up, reach to the ceiling and thread through. And we'll just do a couple of these here. Reaching up, threading through, and swap sides. Reaching up and threading through. Reaching up and threading through. Couple more here. Opening up the chest, stretching through the ribs and opening those hip joints as well. Lovely. And come back. Then we're going to do a little glute bridge. So come down onto your back and lie onto the floor. And from here, we're going to gently push the hips up. And at the same time, we're going to bring the hands up overhead. When you're ready, push up through the hips, bring the arms up overhead, and reach and stretch here, pushing up as far as you can through the hips, and then bringing the hands back in front and the hips down to the floor. So we can add in the breathing. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift the hips, hands go up overhead, stretching through the upper body, and then inhaling back down again, gently lowering the hips. Couple more here. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to lift the hips, hands go up overhead. And in this way, we're getting this lovely stretch again through the rib cage, opening up the diaphragm and really supporting that deepening of the breath to help with relaxation and stress release, calming back. Lovely. And then we're going to finish in a sitting position. However you're comfortable, you can have your legs out in front of you, you can have your legs crossed like this, whatever works for you. And in this position, we're just going to hold on to our shoulders like this, wrap our arms around, give ourselves a little hug, and then again, we're going to create this lovely alternate tapping motion over our shoulders. This is a butterfly hug, and again, very, very stimulatory for the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps release stress, tension, and takes the central nervous system into its lovely rest, digest, and relaxed flow state. Just breathing gently and calmly as you give yourself a nice butterfly hug.